We are at Mount of Olives at the Jewish cemetery, heading to Dominus Flavit, the Lord wept. Why? We will talk about it soon. But when you're doing it, use the rail handle. But I want you to see the Jewish cemetery. It's from the time of King David until now. The Jews have been buried here for so many hundreds, thousands of years because they believe that when the Jewish Messiah, not Jesus, the Jewish Messiah will come, they will be the first one who will resurrect. Let me show it to you from here. And you can see the whole city in front of you. We are at Mount of Olives. I will talk about the whole city soon. But first, let's enter to Dominus Flavit, the Lord wept. And the door is open because of COVID situation. I'm not sure about the opening time of those churches. It's usually open between 8 to 11:45 and 2:30 to 5. Now it's open until 11:45. And if that door is open, it means that I'm here. Hello, Jerusalem Cross. Hello, Betty. Hello, E.J. And hello, everyone who watching that video. When they started to build their church, they found out tombs. Well, we know that there are so many tombs here. This is the most important Jewish cemetery in the world. But what they found here in the necropolis, tombs with names of Christians, Jewish names, like Mary, Joseph, and which were common names for Jews as well. Then at the beginning they thought that it might be a Jewish, not a Jewish, a Christian, a Jewish cemetery of Christians. The one who began Jews who convert themselves into Christianity at the time of Jesus. But what they know now that it is a cemetery from the time of Jesus, of Jews that have been buried here. Then let's talk a little bit about how they've been buried. You can see the niches. There's 1, 2, and 3 in front of you. It used to be a cave. Now, they used to put the bodies in those niches. If there are only 3 here, and there were more, what will happen to the 4th body? I mean, now there's no space for him. They will open the oldest one, they will take the bones out, and they will put the bones on those ossuaries, and they put the ossuaries in the storeroom. That one is of a small child. Sad, isn't it? Well, thinking about the mother and the father of that poor child. You can see how they lock that door. They usually put their legs next to the entrance because the Jews believe that the soul is in the body of the man for the first 3 days, and maybe he will wake up, then he will kick out that door. The only thing that left for him to open is the rolling stone. That's why Jesus resurrected Lazarus at the 4th day. The soul wasn't there anymore. You can imagine, you can actually now understand, then this is the power of Jesus. Beautiful, isn't it? Let me just go out without destroying the camera. And there's another necropolis here. And just like I thought, I'm the only one in that church. Let's start with it that until very late, they didn't mention that place as Dominus Flavit, as the Lord wept. But if you ask me, where is the best place to look at Jerusalem and to cry, this is the site. then it doesn't matter for me if it was like 20 meters to the right, 200 meters to the left. What for me is important, that he did it at Mount of Olives. I'm sure that was very close to here. We will talk about the view soon, but let me see, and I can see now that there's no mass here, there. Then I will be able to go into the place with my camera. No hats, of course. It was built by Bertolucci at the 40s. I'm talking about the 20th century. 1955, sorry. And look at that window. Wait. What's happening here? The Alps is facing to the west? Of course it is. It's not a regular church. And this is the difference between the churches at the Holy Land and the churches in your country. The churches here is on top of Jesus' stories. Unbelievable, isn't it? You can see here a beautiful mosaic floor of a chapel that used to be here at the 7th century. And it was facing to the east like every other church. You can see that the mosaic is actually in good quality, and there's a lot of agricultural signs on it that may be connected to the agriculture place that used to be here. Let's go to Bertolucci, the chapel, which is one of the most beautiful and simple. And before we'll talk about it and someone will kick me out, I want you to see the most important part. That church is facing to Jerusalem because Jesus was crying when he saw Jerusalem. And look at the cross and the temple. Oh, now we can see you cannot see the temple. Now we can see the temple. Amazing. Please go. Don't disturb that video. Let them go. Let them go. They're not going. All right. Now they're not there. Sorry. Here, there's another evidence of even an earlier church, 4th century church. We don't know what it was dedicated to, but we know that it wasn't dedicated to Dominus Phlevit. And you can see the altar, and that is facing again to the east. And Bertolucci actually used it as part of the floor. I mean, he said, if this is more important for me, then why should I destroy it, of course? You can see it all over. What you can see on top, you can see the most beautiful dome. It looks like a teardrop, but upside down. And this is gold because Jesus is the sun. And you can see Jesus entering into the city. Wait a minute. And he's crying. He said from here, one day, soon, someone will come make a siege around you and he will destroy the city. Horrible, isn't it? And that's happened at 70 AD when the Romans came and destroyed the city. On the other side, here, You can see the women of Jerusalem looking at Jesus, and Mary was there as well. The Jews are looking at him, wondering what's happening here, and the destruction of the temple. Another important issue here for me is that again from the Bible, he said, I tried to collect you together, just like a chicken will collect their chicks. But you didn't let me. You didn't let me do that. Dominus Flavit, the Lord wept. Now, I'm laughing because this is the first time that I'm here and there's no one here. And that church was closed for so many months because of COVID-19. I'm so happy that I'm doing it for you. Until we reach the viewpoint, let me tell you that if you want to reach me, talk to me, you can do that via that YouTube channel, or at the description you will find some information about the place, but you will find my links for my Instagram and Facebook. I'm actually sending there a lot of articles and pictures that I'm taking, and of course the videos. And there's a new link that say for my Buy Me Coffee. Some of you asked me to do that because you want to support me, and my ego didn't let me do that until I reached my bank. I'm not working for more than almost 2 years, and because of you, I'm guiding. You make me happy. You are my family now until the tourists will come, and rumors say that in mid of November tourists will come, but there's so many no that I'm not sure that if you want to support me, I will be more than happy, but I will be happy to be with you. And the one who support me, you can ask me to light the candles for you at the church. And for example, I'm blessing crosses or something else that I'm buying for you and sending for you together with a video. And this is for E.J. and Betty. This is my way to help you, and this is your way to help me, and it works beautifully. Wow. Let's find a seat, and we will talk about the view from here. Usually there's benches there, but I don't see anything. Then we will sit here. Let me put my hat on. Just a moment, please. Here Jesus watched Jerusalem. Before we will talk about the view, let's talk a little bit about that cemetery, Jewish cemetery. In 1967, the Jordanians occupied Palestine. That was supposed to be part of Palestine. And a lot of the Jewish cemetery been destroyed by that. They used the tombstone for their houses, roads. And in 1967, when we came back, we started to bring back all those tombstones back to their places. Thanks God that we know of every tomb of this place. And now let's talk about it. We are at Mount of Olives. What we can see from there is the old city. This is the eastern wall of the temple, built originally by King Herod, and you can see the golden gate there. According to what we know, that the high priest, the Jewish high priest, used to go out from here to Mount of Olives, and Jesus entered Palm Sunday to the temple from there. today the Temple Mount is a Muslim place, but before we will talk about it, let's talk about the Jewish place. The Dome of the Rock is on top of Mount Moriah, according to the Jews, and the first stone, the foundation stone, was there. The tomb of Adam and Eve, according to the Jews, were there, and the place that Abraham sacrificed Isaac. There's a lot of wind. I hope that you will hear me. I'm trying to hide the wind, but it's excellent. It's better than 40 degrees. It's only 22 degrees. It's a little bit chilly. I love that. Then later on, God told the Jews to build his temple on top of it. Then the Jewish temple that was built by King Solomon, and later on, you know, the temple of King Herod was built there. King Herod wanted to impress, and Mount Moriah, which is that stone, is too small for that. Then what he did, he destroyed everything that was around it. He built 4 walls to build a podium, plaza. And on top of it, he built the Jewish temple, which was between 2 to 3 times higher than the Dome of the Rock. That temple had been destroyed 70 AD, the 1st century, just after Jesus ascended into heaven, and for so many years no one used it. At the 7th century, the Muslims arrived here, and according to the night journey of Muhammad, he went from Mecca straight to Al-Aqsa Mosque. Can you see it? Here it is. And he walked through there to the foundation stone, ascended into heaven, and he got the 5 prayers of a day. Then, although it's only the 3rd important place for the Muslims, it's still an important place for the Muslims. And from the 7th century, you can see here the Dome of the Rock, and around it is the Muslim quarter, which is the biggest quarter here. Another important thing that we must know, that the other side of the eastern wall, something there, but at the other side is the Western Wall Plaza. The Western Wall Plaza is another wall of the plaza that King Herod built, but it's, if you've been there, it's a small place. It's because most of the Muslim quarter is built on it, but it originally was as long as that. City of David. Can you see the corner right there? That's where the devil tested Jesus. He told him to jump, and Jesus said, the devil said, if you believe in God, he will catch you. But Jesus says, we are not trying God. The other side of it is the Ophel, and that, my finger is there, is City of David. That's where everything began. City of David will be next week. I will actually prepare another amazing video about it. Then you will be able to see it. But I do have so many videos. I do have 19,000 videos. Remember, then a lot of them of City of David, including 2 important videos. One of them is of a street that now we know that Pontius Pilate built. Then if you cannot find it, ask me and I will send you a link for that. Why are you using the horn? What's happened? Let's climb up with the road, and the biggest church there is actually Mount Zion. Mount Zion is where King David was buried, the room of the Last Supper, the tomb of Oscar Schindler from Schindler's List, and the House of Mary. And what you see there is the House of Mary. To the right is the Jewish quarter. You will recognize it with the white dome of the synagogue. Let's continue to the left. To the right, to the left of the dome, you can see it, White Tower. This is the Redeemer Church, a Lutheran church. But to the right of it, you can see the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. That's where Jesus was crucified, buried, died, and resurrected. To the right, I can show you another green area, and this is the garden tomb. That is where Jesus was buried, crucified, buried, and resurrected. What? Like 2 stories? Same stories? 2 places? Yes. The 19th century. Some of the Protestants say that the Jews cannot be buried inside the city, which is true. See, this is the Jewish cemetery outside the city. Then it cannot be that the tomb of Jesus will be in the center of the city. I'm not going to argue if it's true or not. Then they looked for another place, and they found a place that looked like a skull. And tomorrow, I'm going to prepare a video for another one who bought a Jerusalem cross. And the tour will be according to what he asked, from the tomb to the tomb. Amazing, isn't it? What else we can actually find here? Yeah, soon I will leave that place and I will continue. Yeah, now they have to cut the grass to Garden of Gethsemane, which is down there. But this is Mary Magdalene Church, a Russian church, which is beautiful church, but not connected to the story of Mount of Olives, although according to what we know, the tomb of Mary was there as well. Then she ascended into heaven from that tomb. Then there is a connection in a way. And because they're cutting the grass now in front of me, they couldn't wait another 5 minutes. We will say goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you want to know more, then please ask me. Thank you. Bye bye.